Hey YouTube, That Organic Mom here. Today's video is a first in a series of one-tank road trips. We started taking one-tank road trips when we live in Florida, and those were some of the funnest times that we ever had, so we decided that we would start doing them again here in Tennessee. But first, I just wanted to say if you have any destination suggestions for Tennessee that you'd like to see in a video, just comment below. Also, I'm going to be sending out postcards from the places that we visit, so if you would like to receive a postcard, just email or snail mail me your address. Cumberland Gap is our first one-tank road trip. The first cool and noteworthy part of this trip was the Cumberland Gap Tunnel, which is one of only 2 mountain tunnels made for vehicles in the U.S. The tunnel actually goes under the Cumberland Gap National Historic Park. We were happy to discover that vehicles carrying explosives are prohibited in this tunnel. The tunnel was actually opened in 1996 after a 5-year construction period, and it replaced a stretch of road formerly known as Massacre Mountain. Just like you'd imagine, this nickname was due to the large number of travelers that were killed on the twisting mountain road that went over the Cumberland Gap Pass. That previous road has been replaced by this tunnel, and the previous road was actually restored as a wagon path that's kind of similar to what would have been used by pioneers back in the 19th century. There are no entrance fees at the Cumberland Gap National Historic Park. The Cumberland Gap is actually just a low point in the Cumberland Mountains near where the states of Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia all come together. There are lots of things to do at this historic park. There's things that you can do for free, such as hiking the trails, nature walking, backpacking, camping, and spelunking. Though, is it actually still spelunking if you have a cave tour guide? Somebody tell me in the comments below. We didn't explore the cave because we missed the cutoff time, but we plan to do that the next time. We did hike about 6 miles, but that's just a small fraction considering there's about 84 miles of hiking trails on about 24,000 acres of this park. But don't worry, you can drive the 4 miles up to the Pinnacle Overlook so you can enjoy the spectacular views of the 3 surrounding states. It wasn't hard to get to this spot. There's a paved trail that you could walk up, and I think it would even be considered wheelchair friendly, but you might want to check that. As you're walking through the trails, there's various points of interest and lots of wildlife that you can see and observe while you're there, and then there's pretty good signage. I would caution, however, that some of the trails are actually quite strenuous. After you leave the park, you can just go over to Cumberland Gap and check out the town. My kids noted that the town actually reminded them somewhat of Mayberry. And the owner of one of the little shops told me that the population there was about 400-ish. There's a lot of history in the little town, but frankly, we were ready for some iced tea after our long hike, and the children enjoyed having some ice cream hand-dipped here on the porch of this little coffee shop, which was a lot of fun. And from where we were sitting, you could see the view up to where we had previously been, and I zoomed in so you could see way up on top of the mountain. That is where we took the photographs of the 3 surrounding states. And then, to be fair, we went on over to the other coffee shop in town and enjoyed some treats from there as well. And the kids really enjoyed our time, just relaxing and hanging out, talking to each other. But it's a fun little town, and I do recommend going there just to check it out. There's also a cute little antique shop where you can go and explore, and the children found a cat to pet while they were in there, so they had a lot of fun. I also noticed there was a bed and breakfast and an inn, so if you wanted to stay the night in Cumberland Gap, you definitely could. Okay, don't forget to send me your address if you want a postcard, and also leave your suggestions for a one-tank road trip in the future in the comments down below. And hey, thanks for watching.